What's up, YouTube? So this is my review of PAM Transport Driver Solutions training mentoring program. Not necessarily the driving part. I'll get to that in a minute, but I just wanted to tell my story real quick. I feel like you guys need to be aware of what could happen to you. If it happened to me, it could happen to you, although I feel like what happened to me is a once in a lifetime deal. But nevertheless, I'm going to tell you my story as quickly and as detailed and to the point as I can. So like many people, many guys that go to PAM, I went through their partner in crime Driver Solutions to finance my truck driving school, which I went to Future Truckers of America in Asheboro, North Carolina. Very, very good experience. Highly recommend that school. I have nothing but good things to say about Future Truckers. So, graduated from there around February. And quickly, what led me to PAM was, they promise you, well, they don't promise you, but they tell you can make $75,000 your first year, and then all you have to do is drive for them for 12 months. No problem, right? Upon further research, there's not much money to be made at PAM in actuality, unless you're a mentor. If you're a mentor, a trainer, you can make some pretty good money. My friends that I made at truck driving school, only one of them is still with PAM. The others, ironically, went to Werner, making $1,700 a week plus. If you do your research, I think there's a lot better options out there. Than PAM. There's places that you have to pay for the school up front. And I think that's a better deal. If you can borrow the money or pay for the school up front, number one, it's only going to cost you about $3,500. With PAM and Driver Solutions, if you don't drive for them 12 months, they're going to hit you up for $6,000 versus $3,500. Pay your way. There are other companies that are going to train you and start you out at a much higher per mile. Epps, Schneider, Swift, they're all going to start you out in the 50 cents range, I want to say, per mile. PAM, you start out at 35 cents. And the best you can get up to in that first year, I think, is 42. Anyway, finished truck driving school, February. 3 weeks later, I was picked up by my mentor, and I was on the truck for 7 days, and the truck broke down. Okay, had to get it towed to Peterbilt shop. Went home, called the training department. They said that, asked them, should I get a new mentor? And they said, no, the truck will be fixed before, let me turn this CB down, before another mentor would become available. I said, okay. And at the time, they were estimating 2 to 3 weeks for mentor availability. A month goes by and the truck's still not fixed. By the way, training pay, you go on training pay once you get picked up by your trainer, which is $525 a week, which is on the low end of the spectrum. Prime EPs. I think they're 700 plus per week. Anyway, they kept me on training pay while I was sitting at home waiting for the truck to be repaired. Finally, a little over a month goes by, and my trainer calls me and says that the truck's fixed, but you're not showing up as my student anymore. You may want to call the training department. So I did, and they said, well, when you're off the truck for 30 days, everything resets. You got to start your training all over, and we're going to get you a new mentor. We just feel like a fresh start would be best. Which is kind of ironic, because I asked them in the beginning for another mentor, or should I get one, and they said no. Well, all this happened in May, so May goes by, and it was supposed to be about a week and a half, and I was going to get another mentor. They were going to put me at the top of the list. The rest of May goes by. June goes by, July goes by, and I had called them once, and they, I got some person in the training department totally disinterested in what I had to say, just basically told me I had to just wait, and it was really inconvenient because I couldn't make any plans with my family. I had to be ready to be picked up at any day. You have to go in every day and check in online that you're ready and available to be picked up by a trainer. So finally, I was just gonna see how long they were gonna keep paying me. Apparently they've forgotten about me. Screw PAM. I'm not gonna drive for them at this point anyway. They're gonna treat me like that, but I am gonna see how long I can milk them out of their money. So I was with PAM for 6 months. I made about 12 grand off of them in that time. I drove for them 0 miles as an upgraded first seat driver. Once you finish training, you get your own truck. I drove for them as a student for a week. Explain that business model to me. They should want me out there driving, making money for the company. They're supposed to call you once a week to check in with you. I never got one single call until I finally quit. And the reason I quit, I had to really, because I went to school to get my CDL to drive a truck, and I'd sat for 6 months not driving, and I was really worried about, if another company looked me up, they would see I had 6 months driving experience, and I could go. I had a lot of options. There's companies that'll hire you at 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. There's some that will take you with none. But I didn't want to get out there and make an idiot of myself, so I found a job local to me, making 3 times the money I would have made at PAM. It's 12-hour shifts Monday through Friday, so you're working 60 hours, and you can work Saturdays if you want to, and it's time and a half after 40 hours, so it's pretty good money. It's just that it's an hour drive from my house, so I drive a Suburban. But right now it makes sense for me. I'm getting lots of experience. I'm a quasi yard driver, so I'm moving trailers around all day, get lots of backing experience, and I get to drive to their other yards 5-6 miles away. So right now that's good for me. In the future I'll probably look for something else, but I just want to let you guys know about PAM. Do your research. If you can, pay your own way, but just go in with both eyes open if you decide to go with PAM and Driver Solutions, because if you don't stay, the 12 months are going to hit you up. Even though I feel like PAM didn't hold up their end of the bargain, and I shouldn't owe them a dime, my contract technically is not with PAM Transport, it's with Driver Solutions, who loan the money. So we'll see how that plays out. But you guys, if you have any questions, comment, let me know. Try to keep them respectful if you can. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but when you change companies, I had to turn in my resignation to PAM, so I wasn't able to get double paid. I wish I could. I'd still be glad for them to pay me to not drive for them if I could get away with it. So anyway, you guys have a great day, and everybody stay safe out there.